Hey, Immigration Nation. Recently, an assassination attempt on former President Trump made headlines, but that's just the tip of the spear. Today, we're exploring how dangerous rhetoric has influenced immigration and deportation plans in the United States. Don't miss it. Trump's words are so powerful, they led to an assassination attempt. But how does this affect immigration and deportation plans in the United States? How does it affect it? Imagine the impact in places like Arizona and Texas, where extreme language has led to severe immigration measures. Let's take a look at this together. During his presidency, Trump proposed the largest deportation plan in U.S. history.
And begin the largest deportation operation.
Wasn't able to make it a reality, so now he wants to try and do it again. But can you imagine what this would actually look like? Let's imagine Maria, hardworking mother, 2 children, born in the United States, been living here for over 15 years, and she lives in a constant fear of deportation. Despite her contributions, she's under constant threat. Is this the future we want for our communities? Currently, we have around 600 immigration judges handling about 3 million cases nationwide. Do you know how long it takes to resolve each case? I'll tell you, between 5 and 6 years on average, and it really depends on what the court is because those averages vary quite a bit. Imagine if they had to handle 5 times that volume of cases to meet Trump's deportation goals. Now, meet Carlos. He's been waiting for 5 years. 5 years waiting for his hearing. He's just one of millions trapped in the backlog. You could be the next Carlos. To deport over 10 million immigrants, we would need at least 3,000 judges. It's a massive increase. Where are these judges going to come from? But what does this mean for daily life in the United States? First, government would need to identify those 10 million undocumented immigrants. This would lead to increased surveillance and distrust in communities. Imagine waking up to find your neighbors are gone, businesses closed, and your children's friends no longer in school. In states like Arizona, Texas, and Florida, harsh laws have led to racial profiling and fear in those communities. Arizona's SB 1070 in 2010 caused so much fear that many avoided any interaction with authorities, meaning police, even when it comes to reporting crimes. Detaining so many people would overwhelm current detention facilities. They're already full. Expanding these facilities would cost billions and face significant public opposition. Nobody wants a jail in their backyard. Let's not forget human rights implications and the community impact. In Texas, during the implementation of SB 4, an anti-immigration law, detention centers became overcrowded, leading to terrible conditions and human rights violations. In Alabama, the law HB 56 resulted in severe racial profiling and outright community fear. The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals blocked key parts of that law. The 11th Circuit is quite conservative, and the state eventually settled, agreeing to permanently block those sections and pay $350,000 in legal fees to the other side. Executing mass deportation will require extensive planning. Currently, ICE conducts thousands of deportation flights every year. Increasing this to millions would need a vast expansion of transportation and international agreements. But what are the everyday impacts on families and communities? For lawful residents and U.S. citizens, life would change drastically. We would see more checkpoints, raids, community disruptions in supermarkets, factories, maybe churches. Businesses would face labor shortages, and social services would be overwhelmed by the needs of the affected families. Take Florida, for example. Recent anti-immigrant measures have already caused significant disruption. Agricultural sectors faced labor shortages, and many immigrants, regardless of their status, lived in constant fear, affecting community units and economic stability. Another example, the lawsuit Gonzalez v. ICE, revealed the wrongful detention of U.S. citizens. ICE's mistakes led to U.S. citizens being detained and placed in deportation proceedings. What does this say about the system? The reality of mass deportation is far more complex than a simple policy decision. The human, economic, and social costs would be enormous. and far-reaching. We must consider these consequences seriously. Before concluding, let's ask ourselves, is this the future we want for our children and our community? Make sure you're aware of your immigration status and prospects. Seek legal help if you need it, and share this information with your friends and family. Having an expert lawyer is crucial in these difficult times. Remember, you're not alone. We're in this together. Until next time, stay safe and stay informed.
Hey, did you like the video? I invite you to watch another video where I share more tips on how to protect your reputation as an immigrant. Until next time.